Hello, I'm Greg Martin, State Representative for District 26 in Hamilton County. The 2023 legislative session is adjourned for the year, and yet we're awaiting the governor to call a special session to discuss his proposals around gun violence. I will address this upcoming special session, but first I want to talk about the good things we accomplished this past week for Tennesseans. We passed a $56.2 billion budget. That's about the same amount of money in the budget from last year. A big difference is that this year's budget has less federal money flowing through it, so state revenue is going to be funding more of the budget. Fortunately, Tennessee's economy is growing better than others, and we can afford this. The old saying goes, you can tell a lot about people's priorities by where they spend their time and money. And your government is spending most of its money on education and health care for those in need. More than $30 billion of our budget. Some of the highlights of the budget include $407 million tax cut, including 3 months of no taxes on your groceries from August to October. Tax cuts sure sound better than tax increases to the people of our community. We are funding a school resource officer for every public school in Tennessee at $140 million and making provisions for private schools to access SROs and other safety measures. We have provided $125 million for teacher pay raises in this budget. Our goal is for Tennessee teachers' starting pay to reach $50,000 a year by 2027. And since 2011, the General Assembly has added $986 million in new dollars for teacher salaries. The other good news for teachers is that they will now have 6 weeks of paid family leave for maternity. The state is making a huge investment in transportation with over $3.3 billion for the Transportation Modernization Act. This will allow Tennessee to have more roads and less traffic problems while not raising our taxes or incurring new debt. To learn more about the budget, go to tn.gov/finance. Now let me address a couple of bills that I voted for this past week. House Bill 433 added Hamilton County to Shelby and Davidson counties for the ESA pilot program. This will allow more school choice for qualified families that have children's zoned for underperforming schools in our county. I've never believed that children should be obligated to go to a school in their zip code if it's not producing the results that the family desires for their children. In Hamilton County, we have so many choices when it comes to education and using our educational tax dollars. We have zone schools, magnet schools, vocational, charter, virtual schools, and recently the county school system adopted an open enrollment for all students. This program that we approved is just one more way for parents to have a choice with their tax dollars to better educate their children. In the previous General Assembly, House Bill 2316 passed to ensure that students in interscholastic sports must participate on the team which aligns with their sex determined at their birth. This year, I voted for House Bill 306, which expands this to ensure that private school interscholastic athletes abide by the same requirements. I supported this to protect the integrity of our school athletics by providing fair competition for our young ladies. Finally, let me add, at the upcoming special session that we're expecting from the governor to call about gun violence. This is a very important and complex issue that deserves thoughtful consideration. And we need to hear from constituents and experts before a solid consensus proposal is brought to the House and the Senate floor for a vote. Rest assured, I will not support any legislation that impedes law-abiding Tennesseans from their Second Amendment right to defend themselves and their families. I could not accept any proposal that will take those rights away without due process. We must be careful that we do not surrender our freedoms for the illusion of safety. Criminals will ignore our laws, evil people will try to kill innocent, and free Tennesseans must always have their right to be their own first responder if a dangerous situation arises. Please email me your thoughts about these matters and others. I need to know what's important to the people of our community. Thank you for allowing me to serve. May God bless you, and God bless America.